to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles offense will start this game off. The Sunshine State is so rich in talent. The players have known each other in many cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
And they do not like each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years that I was a part of this rivalry game, there were bench-clearing brawls in the middle of the field before opening kickoff. This game just feels different.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the running back. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
Yeah, and then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Seminoles were able to squeak out a close one the last time they saw the Gators.
And in that game, the Seminoles just made more plays. It reminded me of back in 1998 when we lost up in Tallahassee and essentially knocked us out of the national championship picture. That's the impact these games have in this rivalry.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Quick handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Wuerffel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
Handoff from the gun. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He'll try the left side. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They go to the ground. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the lone running back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles!
That's so frustrating for the opposing offense, too, because you're just salivating. You're just waiting for an opportunity to get on the field. The offense possessed it the entire first quarter and then capped it off with a touchdown. That was amazing.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Florida's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Time for one more stat before the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Burns. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Offense facing 4th down. Number 13, on to punt it away.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Florida State 7, Florida 0.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Finds a man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Getting some heat. He's going to take off. The Seminoles get enough for the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Jones to throw. Quarterback gets the first down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's now up to 77 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They'll go right back to it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Now they'll try the right side. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Burns. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Looking to move it through the air. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Offense in an empty set. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Using his feet to buy time. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. 1st down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the left. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the ball's out and they're after it. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. 2nd down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Burns. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Bought a little time, lets it go. He finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Slings it downfield. Got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Off the play fake on 1st down, to throw. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking 1st down, down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
He's back to throw on second down. Makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. 3rd and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Quarterback now breaking the field. Tripped up for the tackle.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard. It's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of...
Looking deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, gentlemen. Seldom do the rational turn irrational the way they do when these two teams and fan bases get together in the Sunshine Showdown. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said so.
Gets away from one, finds room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Quarterback on the keeper. Runs through a tackle. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Gators moving quickly to the line. Gators letting this guy do it himself the way Tebow used to do it when he'd pick up steam going downhill and getting first downs.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Man, I mean, I know I have running backs, but when I got quarterbacks up...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for this offense. Back to throw, it's Burns. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Florida! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
These running backs have all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he's got a chance. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That shows a lot of poise and a lot of experience by that guy there. Not thinking to himself, hey, on 3rd and long, I'm going to have to throw and make a really good throw here to go get this first. Hey, if it's not there, you don't got to force the issue. You're a good enough athlete to go take off and get it yourself with your legs. Beautiful job.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
Fires to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
On third down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Hey, get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense gets...
3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the returner goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Coming after it. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Burns. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, it is nice to be a cover guy when you've got a demon like this that can get after the quarterback. 4 sacks last week. That's his 3rd today. NIL, can you spell show the sack master some money?
Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Offense getting set for first down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Florida, 11.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. On the move at the 30. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Jones wants to throw it. And wings it incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground to try to move the chains. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Iowa looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Hawkeyes. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a show. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Leaves it with the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To throw, it's Burns. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
They'll try the left side. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And the Seminoles are flying down the field. To the ground with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give to the tailback. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Jones to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snags it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And that might be a dagger. They've pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. He wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Rolls it in. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to pass, it's Burns. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Quick completion on the out. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
They'll try to get it through the air. He's got his man. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Looking to throw. Gets rid of it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Gain of 9. Offense is stopped.
They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.